Alright guys, so let's generate some hype when it comes to the WRX style with the really large screen. It's awesome. Of course, it still needs the vent piece that they come with the box. Now they're still developing a little bit, so right now there is one that there's somebody who actually retrofitted their 2016 trim to fit over, and he did little modifications. This one does come with a trim too, but it has the single hazard. Of course, I definitely want to dive into it too myself, but this should be a sneak peek. Because the screen is very, it's a portrait. Let me see if I can get rid of, I'll leave the screen protector on it for now. Just notice how the screen is very portrait. That means it actually controls the AC too. Now, if you can look at the back of it right here, it has the ports to plug in your climate controls, which is also very interesting. Of course, you have your Wi-Fi and all these wires back here. There's plenty. Very awesome. But let's go over the interface because I never dealt with a Tesla style unit before. Now, of course, the AC, there it is. It's not plugged in, obviously, you saw it unplugged in. There's no WRX or STI, Forester, or Outback, you know, there's none of that right now. But here it is. You do have stuff like, if you had an STI, it gets dual climate control, stuff like that. Your feet, all that jazz, it's there. Very cool. I don't even know how to close it. Now let's go to home. Home. Ooh, it actually, I don't see, this is stuff that's pretty insane because right now it's showing RPM, kilometers and stuff like that. I definitely want to dive deeper in that. A lot of functionalities. I really do dig the calendar right here. That looks freaking awesome. And let's, I don't know what to click. This is so foreign to me. Here's an album right here. See if there's a movie you can play. Okay, the screen color is actually really, that red was very vibrant and it popped good. So I'm really happy with that. Very cool. Kind of can see that the screen is a little, so there is the bezels right here. Oops, sorry, I clicked on navigation. But you see that how it basically kind of concaves right here, but the screen doesn't start till like basically half of the centimeter in. So that's something you have to think about right there. Look, I think it's using a sharp trailer right here. It does look pretty good in this aspect ratio. It is smaller because it's not horizontal, but you still have that climate control stuff open right there. Let's see what else I can dig myself into. I'm always a big fan of settings, so let's see what do we have in settings. Of course, the settings looks a little bit different, less Android-y and more different. You can choose your own image when it boots up. I think when this one boot up, it showed a Forester, so if you were booting up your car or something like that, it'd be nice to have your own image right there, or a loved one or a family. Very cool. More settings. You know, I like more settings. Okay, now this is a very familiar like Android, which looks like it's running the 7.11 on a PX3. So this is more of the processor is more of a mid-range instead of like the highest end processor out right now. So things to keep in mind of. You gotta have all of this stuff right here. Dimmer, navigation, GPS monitor, date and time. These are all the languages. Vietnam, English, Japanese, equalizer, you have the EQ. So all this EQ adjustments is very PX3-like. Dimmer switches stuff like that. Wow, a lot of settings, which is awesome. Steering wheel controls. Advanced. Let's see if I know the code 127. I don't know the code. Okay, let's look at some other apps and stuff like that. Let's see what an app lists. Aux, picture, file stuff like that. very cool, very cool. Camera, file manager. So the rest seems like very like what we're familiar with. But other than that, the interface looks really cool. I wish I can try out these buttons right here, which is kind of nice. It just had 8 dedicated buttons from the side. Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty much it for now. Hope you guys like the 2019 CES coverage, and stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe, like, comment. I'm gonna probably get one of these units back at home. I'm in Las Vegas right now. I live in California, so gotta go back and maybe test it, get this product down for you guys, and thoroughly test it, see if I like it, see if it's worthy of your time. Because right now it does look very enticing. The look is incredible, but we gotta talk about performance, sound quality, and stuff like that. So give it a full review. Remember, like, comment, subscribe below if you want to see more. Peace.